Jetfly started in 2000 from the simple idea that business aviations had to offer an economic and more effective solutions. In 2010, 10 years after its creations, we have acquired Jetfly with Maxim. At that time, Jetfly had 65 employees, 40 pilots and 65 customers. In 2018, 8 years later, the Jetfly family has grown. We are now 170 employees, including 90 pilots. This year, we will manage about 30 planes for 200 customers. Today, we can say that Jetfly is known everywhere in Europe as being a solid and reliable airline company, and that our team are recognized as very serious and ultra-professional. If we have that solid reputations, it is thanks to you all, ground staff, mechanics, pilots, accountants, reservation agents, dispatcher, assistants, managers, sellers, and mainly because you like your work and customer recognize this. However, our heading has not changed. We want to grow up by taking care of each of you and by protecting the spirit which makes our strengths. From the first day, we also set up important measures that modernize Jetfly and improve safety. As a reminder, we have simplified our fleet, structured our maintenance, imposed crews with 2 pilots, modernized the fleet by buying only brand new planes, set up English communications in cockpits, spread standardized methods of work, set up a safety department and effective channel of reporting, digitize and modernize our software and our interfaces. Multiply by 3 the time we train our pilots. Within 20 years, Jetfly has grown discreetly among the first airlines of business aircraft thanks to a regular growth. During all these years, hundreds of airlines have ceased activity, but Jetfly has proved to be more solid than the others and flew over the difficulties. Jetfly is ranked in the 5th position due to its volumes of operations that represents about 4% of the annual movement of private jets in Europe. According to us, Jetfly is the aircraft operators with the most solid business model in Europe. Why? Because Jetfly has no debt. The contracts which bind us to our customer are very long-term. The satisfaction of our customer is very high. Many operators envy our unique business models that allow us to reduce risk significantly and to have a very long-term visibility on our operations. The risk associated to the loss of an aircraft owner often endangers other operators and means the sale of the planes and the departure of the staff. This doesn't have the same impact on Jetfly. The strength of Jetfly model offers unprecedented job security. Naturally, some operators offer higher salaries on bigger business aircraft, but this type of operations are much less stable because keep in mind that half of the new aircraft owners resell their planes within 3 years after acquisitions. At Jetfly, we offer stability, good salary and long terms, a schedule, a career plan and fast growth. Our operations are very rich and addresses to who like real aviations, those who do not support routine and those who love to land on the same day on Goodwood or Heathrow. At Jetfly, we have all the ingredients to offer good careers. You want to train people, to obtain new qualifications, to change post, to become a manager, or growth allows it. Just raise your hand. I defend ardently the asset of Jetfly by convictions, because I love our company and I respect all those who work in it. Jetfly is a very human company where the dialogue is opened and where we listen to all those who meet all problems, big or small. For the moment, we are going to stay focused on Pilatus PC-12 and Pilatus PC-24 planes, which are the best planes of their categories. The key of our success remains to be the only one to know how to offer custom-made services around a product of exceptions. Jetfly will have about 60 planes, probably 35 PC-12 and 25 PC-24. We shall be 350 employees, among whom 200 pilots. Thanks to this success, we shall certainly launch a new program on bigger aircraft to complete the offer. We will be led by an intact desire to serve differently from the others, and the Jetfly spirit will be stronger than ever.
To face our growth, we're going to adjust our organization. We want to better structure our resources, reduce crew fatigue by reducing the number of positionings, anticipate on regulatory changes of 2020. Therefore, we are now announcing the following changes. All co-pilots will have their roster changed to a 7-5 roster. We are setting up a new salary scale. This scale will be applied to all. All salaries will be maintained, and a great number of salaries will increase from this summer. More particularly, the benefit of the seniority pay rises will continue to apply. The seniority rise has been proposed by a management who knew they would never have to apply them. But thanks to our past and future growth, we have decided to maintain it. We will now pay for OnSup. Still worked on a voluntary basis, they will be paid 200 euros for a co-pilot and 400 euros for a captain. At last, we will increase some functions bonuses. The European regulation forces all operators to nominate a unique home base for each crew member. A base is the location nominated by the operator to the crew member from where the crew member normally starts and ends a series of duty periods and where, under normal conditions, the operator is not responsible for the accommodation of the crew member concerned. In practical terms, it means that a pilot can leave wherever he wants. A pilot should start and finish his roster in one unique location. Jetfly has 3 bases: Luxembourg, Geneva, and London. From May 2020, it is mandatory to start and finish all roster from one of our 3 bases. The cost and time of your positioning from your home and your base will not be supported by Jetfly. We strongly recommend to live near your base. Doing so, you will save time and money. Indeed, not all missions start on the first day of your roster or finish on the last day. By living closer to your base, you can stay home while not being affected to a mission. Some of you have joined us before 2010 and won't be able to move. We're thinking more particularly about you and want to share with you the followings. Nothing prevents you to live wherever you want. A more structured roster will allow you to better plan your travels and lower your costs. If you want to change for another base, like Geneva or London, we are open for an evolution. We can also adapt your roster, which would limit the number and cost of your travels. For safety reasons, we will also pay for a night hotel for early takeoffs or late arrivals. Contact us as soon as possible to let us know your problem. We want to find solutions for you. Working on a 7-5 basis will allow us to organize better crew changes on bases carefully chosen to reduce positioning. Organizing summer holidays has always been a challenge for our planning. We fly twice as much as in winter months. However, a good summer rest is key, especially if you have a family. We want you to have a good period of rest during summertime, with the limitation, of course, that not everybody can leave at the same time. Therefore, your planning of the summer will allow each one of you to leave at least once for a consecutive 17 days period between the 15th of June and the 15th of September. 17 days because it means 2 off periods and 1 7-on period in a row. For next summer, we will also train 10 additional co-pilots. Crews per aircraft will be higher than last year. And again, better organized crew changes and constant pairing of crews will have a positive impact on crew fatigue. We have now a new flight ops director. Frederick started in February. He has contacted all of you to present himself. Our company will soon have 100 pilots and 30 aircraft. We must continue to reinforce our procedures and organization. And in particular, we would like to reinforce our management structure to help you in your missions and also to help you grow within the organization. Frederick will now present you this new organization.
Hi everybody. As you know, our operations are growing with our new PC-24 coming soon. It was therefore important for us to reinforce our operational structure. 2 fleet managers, one for our PC-12 fleet and one for our jet sector, will be your single point of contact for your day-to-day operations. Our technical pilots will be your trusted person for each fleet, and they will keep permanent contact with Pilatus and Textron about technical and performance matters. 2 of them will be nominated for the PC-12, one for the CG3 and one for the PC-24. You will contact them for any question during your duty. Our senior instructors will be nominated to warrant our standardization and our respect of SOPs. Some new instructors and line training captains will be trained to reinforce our training structure. We want to enhance the operational support given to the pilots. The OCC, under the supervision of Camille, will welcome more agents, and 16 people will take shift in Le Lange. For info, Camille will be absent from April. She'll be back in September, and in the meantime, the supervisors will take controls. A new department called Documentation will be created within the flight ops. Also, we decided to launch our EFB project to get zero paper cockpit as soon as possible. 10 new pilots are already hired, and they will support our crews from this summer. Furthermore, we will always preserve our internal promotions towards the CG3 and the PC-24 for our jet flyers, for captains and for co-pilots. As for me, I start my PC-12 rating this week. I still have a lot to learn from our operations, and I cannot wait for you to make me discover this fantastic airplane. More than ever, our only goal is to make Jetfly the place to be. The place to be for real and passionate pilots who are in love with Jetfly's unique quality of service. Fly safe.
Over the past years, we have focused on our efforts to build a qualitative offer for our owners. This has been our priority far more than internal communication, which we can improve. But thanks to the great work accomplished together, we can now start a new phase of our development. This will create opportunities for all of you. See you soon.